Okay, so I am live, not for long because I'm actually going live later on tonight, just as a usual live, but I just had to go live because, if you are unaware at this moment, but I'm sure you'll know soon that we now have a new president. And I gotta say, is Biden my choice? Is this the person that I think, oh yes, he's gonna be the greatest president ever? Absolutely not. But we needed a new president. We needed to get rid of the president we have. So yes, we know that he's going to fight it. We know that he's going to, not go down with grace and class. We know that he's going to act a fool. But it doesn't matter because he's going to lose. He's lost the presidency. And I don't know about you, but I feel so much better. Hi, Lisa. I feel so much better, mainly because one of the things I always say is I'm less concerned about what he's saying and how the people are reacting to what he's saying. So we have had, hey, Venice, hey, Kelly, hey. So I am just so happy that, hey, Karen, that, and now let me say, it still speaks on, hi Colette, it still speaks on how many people voted for him, how many people were on his side. It speaks a lot about those people. And I know people are going to justify and say, this is my reasoning. But the reality is that what did you think he was going to do? Because I promise you, if he had won this election, it was going to even be worse than the first 4 years because he couldn't be president again. So there was nothing to hold him back from just being just even worse than he was then. So I got a song for us to listen to. Yes, it is. I got a song for us. And we should all be singing this right now. So y'all ready? Here we go. Let me get it going. I don't know if you know this. This is United States right now. Everybody look around, because there's a reason to rejoice, you see. Everybody look up and feel the hope that we've been waiting on. Y'all don't know the song? If y'all don't know the whiz, y'all need to watch. Right, and we have a black female VP, y'all. Yes. Okay, so here we go. Let's keep going. Had to stop it for a minute. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm singing that right now. Oh, Lord Jesus. Yes, yes. And so I hope that the Trump people find this and get all upset because we on here talking about it. Oh man, I done put the champagne in. We about to have some mimosas. Yes, yes, yes. Let's just keep going for a minute. Let's keep going. Shining just for us. Everybody wake up into the morning, into happiness. Oh, like a different way of living now. Y'all heard that? We always knew we would be free somehow. Come on, let's sing it with him. Check it out. Oh, Right. Right. See, all lives matter, all votes matter. Fancy that. Guess it didn't work out in your favor. Whew. Is that just not a timely song? Is that just not a timely song right there? Mm-mm-mm. I just had to get on so we could have a moment of celebration. Now we know that he's going to fight. We know he's going to fight and he's going to say it's been cheated and everything else. But here's what I'm going to say. He's the only president that we have seen them try to disrupt the vote. So that, usually vote, disrupt the vote in present times. Thank you. That's because my hair is in knots right now. You know, that's my thing, is that we haven't had voter suppression since the civil rights era, when they were stopping us from voting, right? Okay. So that's the thing, is like, we didn't have this kind of stuff going on since then. And since we have been around in the last ones, you can have a contentious fight. Yes, honey. Yes. Pennsylvania turned. It is at 284. Georgia is still on the fence, and so is Nevada. So he is going to have a majority, a serious majority. So yes, Pennsylvania turned. Georgia looked like it might turn blue, and Nevada is about to turn blue. Hey, cousin. So the thing with it is that now, of course, the people, some of these people who were voting for him are very upset. And you can always be upset that your candidate didn't win. But to do threats of violence and of, anarchy and things like that. Right. Stacey Abrams handled her business in Atlanta. Right. Right. GA is turning blue right now. It's turning. You know why? Because Atlanta is coming through. ATL is coming through for them. So, but it just speaks on the type of mentality of the people that were for him. Not everybody. I'm not going to say it's everybody, but a vast number of them have been so seriously lacking and in judgment, and talking about things like, how they're going to disrupt things, how they went to try to stop in Michigan, how they tried to stop the count. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that were done in the name of this person. And that says a lot. And now we can actually say that to the world that we back to being a world power. Because right now, America is a joke. We have become the joke of the world stage. We are the buffoons of the stage. When he comes to meetings and everything, you can see the look on these leaders' eyes, like, look at this fool right here. So now we can actually be who we are as a nation. Not saying that we're perfect. Not saying that we're perfect, not saying that we are great, that we are like the best nation ever, but at least we can stand on the stage with the same people and they're going to respect us, as opposed to what we've been getting for the last 4 years. Like, we got the clown coming on stage with them. And so, so at the end of it all, no, Biden wasn't the best choice, but he was the only choice that we had. And that's the truth of it. We can say anything we want, but that's the truth of it. He was the only choice that we had at this point. So whether you liked him or not, so I'm so glad that some people really thought it through and said, you know what? Hey, at least we got a good VP. And, and so that's where I am. It's like, because I was, let's just be honest. I've been scared. I was worried. I was worried that we were going to have 4 more years of this madness. I was worried that our country was going to sink so deep that we might as well just flush the toilet that we were in at this point. It's like, America has problems. America is what it is. But do we have to come? But he brought out the worst in people. He brought out the most base evilness in people, and made them feel, emboldened to be these people. And that's what is really, you know, yeah. And that's the thing, is like, we need dignity. We need our president to be a president, not some like joker, not somebody who just says just the most crazy things. We need, I mean, it's like, and for the people who are sad, sucks to be you. So if anybody watches this and gets to their feelings, sucks to be you. Whew. But right now I am just like, just so happy. Just so happy that this is over. Because 2020 has been a nightmare from all of us as a world. Do we need to continue the nightmare on with him as our president? Do we need to, it's like, do we need to keep this going on with him as our president? I don't think so. And, and I'm so glad that we can actually get back to, and you know what? And there's always going to be somebody who loses. You know what I'm saying? There's always going to be somebody who loses. But the things that I agree. Right. Yeah. I agree, Stephanie. That is so true. It's going to take a minute. But the thing is that what's so sad is that they really don't see how insane y'all sound and are acting. They really don't see that the way they're acting is not making America great again. If his whole thing is making America great again, what does that show as a great about America, when you are such poor losers, when you are so quick to turn to like trying to stop people from using their liberties, right? Okay, exactly. It's like, and let me say, for the people who come on my channel and you were Trump supporters, oh well, sorry. You know, oh darn it, you didn't win. And that's the thing about it. It's politics. It's 4 years. Maybe next time y'all come with somebody better. Hopefully we have somebody. Well, maybe Kamala gonna run the next 4 years. Hello, goodbye. But I'll be honest, and maybe we can become a nation that stops making decisions based on color. We thought we did it when we got Obama, when we got our president, and we got, our president, but then it like retrograded very quickly, which says a lot about who we are as a nation. And so at the end of the day, there's a lot of looking at each other that we need to do. Hi, Kadrita. Hey, Perfumes by Pat. You're brand new. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I've never seen you before. It says a lot about us. It says a lot about the people in this country, because the reality is he didn't win on his policies. He won because he poked that inner feeling that so many people had about, America, and about having a Black president, and about all those things. He really, he resonated with those people. And let's be honest, it was more people feeling that way than we understood. It was more people that were okay with who said, yes, we like this, than we could have ever expected to have happened. If you really think about it, he won based on saying making America great again, which says that our country wasn't great because a Black man had ran it. So he said all those things that people wanted to say. And that's why in these 4 years, so many things have happened in reference to the racial divide. Yes, racism exists. It ain't never gone anywhere. But the fact that it's been so overt, so overt, is insane. It's like that he gave people the right to say those things out loud without recriminations. There we go, recriminations. They felt, they could go out, they could say the most horrible things, they could act so crazy in under the name of MAGA, Make America Great Again. And the thing is no one ever, he never explained what was he doing that made America great again. Yeah. However, that's not going to happen. Let's just be honest. The divide will continue because that is the nature of man. Because if you feel like you are being, if you feel like you are being disenfranchised, you're going to look. And the funny thing is, the people that were disenfranchised that voted for him are still disenfranchised. They're still disenfranchised. They're still poor. They're still uneducated. They still don't have the things that they claim that so many took from them. They didn't get it back in these 4 years. They got nothing. Right? They got nothing for their work, and they still stood fast by him. But like I always say, you got to appreciate the Republican Party, because no matter what, they stand behind their candidate. What? No matter what, they stand behind their candidate. No matter what. Right. They think they do. They ain't got a damn thing. So you have to admire them for that, because no matter what, they will stick to party lines. No matter how stupid, no matter how bad it is for the country, no matter how it works out, they will. I mean, have you heard so much justification for the craziest shit that's been happening? I mean, there's been so much justification. But let me say this: even when Fox finally comes out, for somebody on Fox finally comes out and says he needs to step down with grace and class, shouldn't have changed now. Because when Fox got something to say, now that it's like, okay, now you've done all you can do. Now, will he get arrested? Who knows? He might be able to walk away, but whether he does or not, can he please just go away and we never have to hear from him again? Here's my thing with him. Do we ever have to hear from him again? But watch this. If he don't get arrested, he's going to start going and doing, he's going to be all over doing talks. Oh yeah, the old school Republicans been wanting him out, but they wouldn't say nothing. Oh, the old school Republicans have been very quiet because they didn't expect him to get the nomination to begin with. You could see, first off, they never expected him to win. And let's be honest, I don't think he ever thought he would win. Right. They didn't really think he was going to win. And so now, oh yeah, he's going to do horrible interviews until the end. Well, yeah, Mitch has been right in his corner. He's going to keep doing horrible interviews. And when he's gone, when he's no longer president, I promise you, he's going to get on the speaking circuit. He's going to make a mint, because these people are going to still stick by what he says. Trust me on this. We're still going to be divided. We're still going to have these people running around talking like that. He is going to still have his base. And that's what's really, really sad, because what I've always said is, it's not so much what comes out of his mouth, but the people who support what comes out of his mouth, because he's only one man. So he could say whatever, but the issue is the people that support what comes out of his mouth. And those are the ones that are really, really scary. And that's the thing, is the one that really is very worrisome, because if he's still given his platform, if he's still if he's still able to go out there and do this, he is going to continue to sow the seeds of this craziness as much as he can. And that's what's going to be really sad. Now, I'm hoping that the nation, as I mean, like the politicians, will come together and actually work on fixing the country. Fix it. Now that would be nice. That would be nice. I mean, he's the only president who's tried to block. He has blocked any investigation into himself. Nixon didn't block it. He left, right? Nixon saw the writing on the wall. He resigned. Not this one though. He you gotta give him credit for balls though. He can't pardon himself. A sitting president cannot pardon himself, Colette, if I'm not mistaken. The next president can pardon him. Because remember, when Nixon resigned, Ford had to pardon him. No, Nixon bounced, but Ford pardoned him. That's how that worked. Now, Nixon left, but Nixon resigned, but Ford pardoned him. He can't pardon himself. That's the whole issue. If he could do that, he'd have stopped all this shit already. So that's the issue. If the things come up against him, will they pardon him? Now, please, 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 please. Yeah, you got to give him credit because he say whatever. You have to admit he does not have a moral compass. He will say whatever he needs to say to get people. They kind of pushed Ford to pardon him. Plus, he was still in the party. So, oh, right, they got 2 runoffs. Hi, Shauna. Yes, you do have 2 runoffs in January because there was not a winner. Now, of course, Ford did it because everybody was surprised that Ford pardoned him. That was a big deal when he pardoned him. But of course, that was his vice president. So it was kind of like expected. Now we're talking about a different situation, different party lines, and he done ruined the country. He done a damn thing. Yeah. Well, I mean, Ford was his vice president, so it was kind of like expected. The expectation was that he was going to pardon him. In a runoff for president, no, the Congress, if it had been too close, Congress would have called it. But yeah, so all I know is I feel like I'm singing Brand New Day. And let me say this, it's not as monumental as 2008 because 2008 was so monumental. No, for the Senate, no, the VP is the head of the Senate. But when it comes down to actual elections, they have to have runoffs in the country, in the state. Yeah, so that's what happens. But it's just a hot mess. And so, like I said, it's not that monumental, like, when Obama took it, but it's just relief that we have gotten rid of him. This is not about thinking that this is like, you know what I'm saying? We are just relieved. We are just relieved that he's gone. Yes, and I agree. We have a lot of work to do as a country, but it is a start. And hopefully now COVID can be dealt with on a more realistic level, because right now it isn't. So maybe as a country, we can come together and actually deal with COVID in the way that we need to in order to slow down all that's going on. I mean, we are hitting flu season and it's already starting to spike again. So, which means that we are going to keep doing this. We're going to keep cycling in and out of COVID of this, you know, until we have an actual plan of action. Yes. Yes, that honey, because I mean, have we not all been anxious and living with anxiety for the last few days? Because I don't know about you, but I definitely did not want to deal with it, didn't want to think about it. I didn't watch the elections on Tuesday. I just knew it was going to be a mess. Yes, it's just, whew. So there we go. That's all I'm gonna say, because we just gonna have our moments to say we have a new president, yay! And now I got to put up the picture for it, which is gonna be like this. So it's gonna be one of them pictures in a minute as the thumbnail, right? So y'all have a great day, because I'm coming back on it. My actual live tonight is at 10 p.m. Stunting on the hoes, date nights, and red lips. So hopefully y'all will be on tonight at 10 p.m. Right. Girl, thank you. So ain't been able to do a whole lot of anything. So let's just go ahead and go on with our day, and we can breathe again. Let me go take my nap.